All right, we're back for the fourth installment of the Capital City Freeze tournament here in Springfield, Illinois at the Nelson Center. Dragons are taking the ice right now. We got points in Game 1 and Game 3 this morning. Game 1 was yesterday. Game 2 was yesterday evening. Lost that one by 1 goal and won this morning pretty handsomely. See if we can put up 2 more points or 3 potentially in this game here. And assuming we seal the deal in this one, I think that should put us in the championship game tomorrow at 12:45. I think it's 12:45. 12:45 tomorrow? 12:45? Yeah, they changed it. So the graphic on Facebook is probably not corrected. But hey, hopefully this is working for you. I think the signal's probably worse than it was the first 3 times. So you got that to look forward to. We will get home earlier today, though, so I can have both of those games from today uploaded if need be, which they will. So look forward to that tonight if anything happens and you're even hearing this right now. Let's rip through the roster in numerical order this time. Let me take a quick head count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like we're missing 1. So, in numerical order, number 5, Sterling Burks. Number 6, Duncan Hill. Number 7, Braxton Courts. Number 11, Easton Cook. Number 12, Noah Viviano. Number 16, Kian Ledbetter. Number 19, Grayson Blevins. Number 29, Nash Moldenauer. Number 33, Jet Nafziger. Number 48, netminder Adelina Johnson. Number 77, Houston Richardson. Not rostered for this game is number 25, Jackson McCoy, I think. I don't see him. Pekin AA Dragons coaching staff consists of head coach Neil Viviano, assistant coaches Chip Hill and Barry Moldenhauer. And on the bench we'll have Brian Blevins, Mr. Dustin Cook in the penalty box. So this is the 4th playoff game in this tournament, the Capital City Freeze here in Springfield. And then the consolation and championship games are tomorrow. 11:30, I think, for the consolation round, and 12:45, I think it was, for the championship game, which hopefully we'll be in that. I think we will be, but we'll see. Over here, we've got the Mid-Missouri Tigers. I haven't played them yet. I don't even know what their record is in this tournament. Not sure if they've won anything yet or not. Anyway, coaches and Dragons getting their final meeting underway over here at the bench. Wow, we got a couple kids picking up pucks. And we'll be underway here shortly. .33's Daddy, sponsored for this game by a cup of coffee from the Nelson Center concession stand. That's right, folks. Not great, but it'll do. All right, looks like we're going to have for our starting lineup Braxton Courts at center, Duncan Hill and Noah Viviano on the wings, Nash Moldenauer and Jet Nafziger on defense. Adelina Johnson in net. This is Pekin Dragons 10U AA hockey. Courts for the face-off. Over to Hill. Hill tries to swat it in up the far side. He'll carry it in up the far side. All the way down deep into the... Who is this again? Tiger zone. That's right, Tigers. Chases it over to the far side. Nafziger holds it in. Sends it over to Courts on the far side there. He'll peel it off the boards. Send it up to the slot. Tigers stop that one, and back to the blue line. Over the blue line it goes. Looks like that should be an icing call as long as Addie doesn't touch it. She didn't. Well, she did, according to the referee there. And Nash Moldenauer picks it up, skates back across the neutral zone and down into the Tigers zone. He was going to race for it all the way down on the back wall. Tried to feed one over in front of the net, and the Tigers are swatted over to the far boards. Nafziger's racing for it, and barely, almost, nope, couldn't quite keep it in. Puck goes all the way down. Another icing call will be called. 11:03 remaining in regulation. Face off in the Tiger zone. Blevins at center, Richardson and Cook on the wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense. And Blevins for the face-off. Brings the puck over to the far side. Pass it over to Richardson on the near side. He'll chase it down. Sends one on net. Save Tigers. And Tigers swatted over to the far boards. Nafziger will stop it at the blue line. Sends it back up to Blevins. And he'll send a shot. Ooh, off of a Tiger player there. And Tigers netminder will cover that up. 10:11 remaining in the... 10:41 remaining in the first period. Same lineup. Nope, we got Moldenauer and Burks on defense. Same forward lineup. It's like they switched sides, though. Blevins for the face-off. Back to Richardson. Back to Moldenauer, and he'll send it back up a little deeper over to Blevins. Blevins dangles around some Tiger traffic, sends a shot. Goal, Dragons! Grayson Blevins goal. 10:30 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 1. Courts center. Ledbetter and Hill on the wings. Moldenauer and Nafziger on defense. Courts for the face-off, and he'll chase it into the Tiger zone. Oh, just couldn't keep it in there, and Dragons are scrambling for it. And Courts comes out with it. Sends a shot. Save, Tigers. And Tigers bring it over to the near side. Up the near side boards and out across the neutral zone. Nafziger picks him off. Nope. He snuck out ahead. Save, Johnson. Puck comes over to the far side. Moldenauer will carry it out with some speed up the far boards. Cuts in towards the slot there, and backhand shot. Love save, Tigers. 9:53 remaining in the first. Face-off in the Tiger zone. Blevins at center. Cook and Richardson on the wing. Burks and Nafziger on defense, and Blevins for the face-off. Circles it around. Ooh, lost the puck there at the top of the face-off circle, and Nafziger slams it into Richardson, and he'll turn it around over to the far side boards. Sends a shot. Save, Tigers. 9:37 remaining in the first period. Another face-off in the Tiger zone. Blevins for the face-off. Over to Easton Cook. Yep. He'll swat it through some traffic there, and Nafziger will pick it up at the blue line. Brings it over to the near side boards and sends one towards the net. That'll go behind the net and over to Richardson on the far side. Back to Blevins waiting in the slot. And he'll dangle around some traffic. Backhands it back to Richardson. Backhand shot. Save. Tigers. And we'll slam it over to the near side boards this time. Nafziger feeds it back into the slot there, and the Tigers want to come out with it, but Nafziger says, hold on a minute. Carries it over to the far side boards there. Blevins, loose puck under his feet. Oh, back to Richardson, and save Tigers again. Back to Blevins on the back wall, feeds it to Cookie. Oh, and over to the near side we come. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Nafziger races it down, sends it over to the far side, and Burks is going to try and race it down. Tigers approach with some speed. Nafziger stops that shot with his stick, and he'll take a lane up the far side. All the way across the neutral zone. Right up the slot. Sends a shot off of a Tiger player, and Blevins comes in after it. Nafziger lost the tire there on the side of the boards. Goal, Dragons! Richardson, goal! The Big Rig puts one on the board. 8:12 remaining in the first period. Richardson, goal. Courts center, Viviano and Ledbetter on the wings. Burks and Moldenauer on defense. Courts for the face-off. Puck goes into the Tiger zone, and they'll slap it back out to the neutral zone. All the way down. That should be a nice and call, and it is. 8:02 remaining on the clock in the first period. And we'll have a face-off down in the Tiger zone. Highway to the Tiger zone. Same lineup. Courts for the face-off. Swats it over into the slot there. Ledbetter tried to jam it up in there, and backhand shot from Courts. Back to Viviano, another backhander. And puck comes over to the near boards. Viviano checks it down. Brings it back behind the Tigers' net. Over to the far side. Left the puck behind on the red line there, and here comes Ledbetter. Whoop, got a guy up against him there on the boards. Puck comes up the far side. And Tigers get there first. Moldenauer holds it in momentarily, and again. And Dragons knock it back in deep, and Viviano's racing back for it right in front of the net there. Back up the near side boards. Burke slams it up to Courts on the near side. Sends a shot. Oh, off the netminder and over to the far side there. Save Tigers. Ooh, looks like Ledbetter blew a tire there against the wall. Moldenauer shot one against the Tiger player, but he still holds it in. No, he doesn't. Here it comes. Back out to Burks in the neutral zone, over to the near side. Passes it up to Courts. Whoa. And Viviano dumps it into the zone. Ledbetter's out in front. Save Tigers. 6:44 remaining in the first. Face off in the Tiger zone. Blevins at center, Cook and Richardson on the wing, Nafziger and Moldenauer on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Got it over to a Tiger player. Nafziger holds it in at the blue line, sends it over to the far side boards, and Richardson's on the hunt. Tigers send it back up the far boards there, and Moldenauer strips the puck off, gets it back to Richardson, and he'll backhand it up to a Tiger player. Richardson, top of the face-off circle, sends a shot over to the far corner, near corner, sorry. Blevins shot. Oh, off a Tiger. And Tigers peel it out, dump it off the far boards and all the way down. Should be nice and call. And it is. 6:08 remaining in the first period. Another face-off in the Tiger zone. Same forward lineup. Burks and Nafziger on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Blevins over to Cookie. Nope. Tigers send it off the far boards, and Richardson will hunt it down. Swats it over towards the net. Puck's loose. In the slot. Over to Cookie. Shot and goal. Easton Cook goal. 5:57 remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3. We have Courts at center, Viviano on right wing, Hill on left wing, Moldenauer and Burks on defense. Courts for the face-off over to Viviano, and he'll bring it in himself up the Tiger zone. Backhands one on net, and Tigers netminder will glove that one down in the blue paint. 5:48 remaining in the first. Face-off in the Tiger zone. Courts for the face-off, and Hill sends it over to Viviano. Viviano sends it over into the near corner in the Tiger zone. Courts is on the hunt. Picks it off, tries to pick it. Ooh, Hill had a good shot there. Saved Tigers, and puck comes back to the neutral zone up the near side. Offside. Tigers, Dragons, outside Dragons. Face off in the neutral zone. Courts the center, same forward lineup. Nafziger and Moldenauer on the fence. Courts for the face-off, and puck comes over to Moldenauer, and he'll push it in cleanly to the Tigers zone. Nafziger's going to race back for that in the Dragon zone, and circles around, passes it up to Viviano, and he'll enter the zone. He had a puck comes over. Ooh, puck came over to the far boards there, and Dunk left the puck behind. Nafziger will pick it up in the Dragon zone, and then back into the neutral zone it comes. Back to Moldenauer, and he'll turn it around and carry it up the far side with some speed. Right back into the Tiger zone he comes, sends a shot from the face-off circle. Save Tigers. Face-off in the Tiger zone. 4:53 remaining in the first. Blevins at center, Ledbetter on right wing, Cook on left wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense. Blevins for the face-off, over to Ledbetter in the slot, sends one through some traffic, loose puck in the crease. Oh, just barely wide. And here come the Tigers up the far side. Back across the neutral zone they come. Burks and Nafziger both back to defend. And save Johnson. That might have gone off the side of the net. I'm not sure there. Nafziger sends it up the near side boards. Looking for Blevins, and he finds him. Carries it into the neutral zone and across the blue line into the Tiger zone once again. Backhand pass to, Ledbetter just wide. And to the back wall, back to Burks at the blue line. Didn't have any heat on that shot there, it looked like. And then puck goes down for an icing call. So we'll be back in the Tiger zone with 4:05 remaining in the first period. Courts the center, Hill and Viviano on the wing, and Burks and Moldenauer on the fence. Courts fed it back over to Burks, and Courts chases it down. So does Duncan Hill on the near side in the near corner. And puck spills out to Courts, sends a shot wide over to the far corner this time, and Viviano's going to race it down. Oh, he got his feet taken out there. And Tigers try to launch it back out of the zone, and they do. Moldenauer's going to race back for it in the Dragon zone. Sends it over to Burks on the near side, and he's going to carry it up across the center line, all the way in. Dumps it deep into the Tiger zone, and Tigers will track it down on their back wall there. Here comes Viviano. And puck comes up the near side. Whoa. I don't know where the puck went. It's going over to the far side boards. That's where. And puck got out ahead of that Tiger player there. Burks will win that race. Icing has been called, and 2:59 remains in the first period. We'll have another face-off down in the Tiger zone. The Tiger Kings. Blevins for the face-off, over to Richardson, and he'll paddle one towards the net. Oh, puck is loose in the crease, and Tigers peel it out over the near side. Blevins is trying to race it down, and he does. Sends it back to the near corner. And back to Ledbetter on the back wall. Oh, sends it over to the near side, and Richardson will race it down. Back to Blevins in the slot there. He couldn't get a stick on it. And back to Moldenauer. The Tigers dump it back out to the neutral zone, and we're offside. Nafziger's buying some time there, and Moldenauer races it in, sends a shot. Oh, glove save, Tigers. Good job, goalie. 2:18 remaining in the first period. Face off in the Tiger zone. Courts at center. Hill on right wing, Viviano on left wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense. Courts for the face-off. And Viviano snuck in behind. Ooh, almost had a shot there, fanned on it, and back to Burks in the neutral zone. Turns it around and dumps it in deep all the way to the back wall again. And Tigers will get there first, pick it up behind their net, slam it off the far side boards. Courts comes in from behind there, and nobody can find the puck, but there it is. And here comes Courts, sends a shot towards the net. Looked like it bounced off the side. Wraparound attempt. Oh! I didn't see where it went there, but must not have gone in. Viviano. Ugh. Puck comes back to the far side. Burks back to a Tiger player, and Burks holds it in. Sends it back to Duncan Hill, waiting at the top of the slot. Sends a shot. Oh! Oh! And Courts tries to race it down on the near side. Nope, that was Hill. I'm sorry. And over to Burks on the far side. Here come the Tigers, right back out to the neutral zone. Nafziger back to defend, 2-on-1. Courts comes in to help. Nafziger drives it back to Burks there. Left it for Burks. And he's going all the way in, it looks like. Sends a shot. Wide, and Tigers deflected over to the far boards there, and he'll send another one into the slot, or into the far face-off circle. Moldenauer races back for it, and that's an icing call. 45.2 seconds remaining in the first period. Dragons up by 3. Blevins at center, Cook and Richardson on the wing. Blevins for the face-off. Tigers bring it back out across the neutral zone. Yeah, Burks got in the way there. Here comes Blevins. Turns it around, carries it right in, sends a whoop. He's dangling up, goes to the front of the net. Oh! Nope, we got something going on here. What happened? I don't know. Didn't go in, I guess. 27.7 remaining in the first period. Same lineup. Blevins for the face-off. Over to Richardson. Ooh, he'll send it over to the back wall there. And Blevins will race it down. Richardson comes in to help. Puck got out ahead of him, and here come the Tigers. Back into the neutral zone. Moldenauer back to defend. Here comes Burks. Holds it in the neutral zone, and here comes Richardson with some speed across the neutral zone. Sends a shot. Save, Tigers. Oh, still loose. Oh, and Blevins had another crack at it, and that's going to be it for the first period. Dragons up by 3 after 1 period of play. All right, let's go Dragons. Period 2 starts now. Going to switch sides and go the other way. For period 2 of game 4 of the Capital City Freeze. This is Pekin Dragons 10UAA hockey, and we'll have Courts at center, Ledbetter and Hill on the wings, Nafziger and Moldenauer on defense. And Tigers seem a little confused as far as where they're supposed to go, but we figured it out here. And Courts for the face-off. paddles it through some traffic. Duncan Hill's trying to help him out. Quartz races it in, sends a shot, wide and over to the far side boards. Duncan Hill tries to chase it down, back to Nafziger at the blue line, and Hill advance over to Quartz. Quartz sends a shot wide and back to Duncan Hill. Tried to paddle one into the crease there, and the Tigers netminder will cover that up. 11:40 remaining in the second period. Face off in the Tiger zone. Quartz for the face-off over to Duncan Hill, and he'll send one up the slot. Oh, save Tigers. Another shot. Glove save Tigers. 11:32 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 3. Quartz for the face-off. Duncan Hill tried to swat one back. Bounce back to Burks at the blue line, and he'll send a shot through some traffic. Goal, Quartz! Dragons goal! 11:23 remains in the second period. Dragons up by 4. Blevins at center, Cook and Richardson on the wing, Moldenauer and Burks on defense. Blevins for the face-off. Drives it right in, straight up the slot, sends a shot. Oh, save Tigers. Face-off in the Tiger zone. Same lineup. And Blevins for the face-off. He'll swat it up ahead of himself there, and it bounces back to Cook. Cook sends a shot. Save Tigers. 11:09 remains in the second. And we'll go to the other dot now. Nafziger and Moldenauer on defense. Same forward lineup. Blevins for the face-off. And he'll send it back to the neutral zone. Nafziger picks it up, cross ice pass to Moldenauer, and he's waiting for his guys to get over the line there, and he'll dump it in deep, and Richardson will race back for it on the near side. Back to Blevins, near side boards, sends a shot on goal, glove save Tigers. 10:49 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 4, face off in the Tiger zone. Blevins for the face-off, back to Richardson, and he'll paddle one into the crease. Goal! Goal! Easton Cook, that's 2 for him. Dragons up by 5. 10:44 remaining in the second period. And face-off at center ice. Quartz at center, Ledbetter and Viviano on the wing, Burks and Nafziger on defense, and Quartz for the face-off. Paddles it up in front of some Tiger traffic there. Tried to drag it in, and he did. Quartz is going to chase it down in the near corner down in the Tiger zone. And centering pass, loose puck. And back to Nafziger on the near side. Drives it back in deep. Not deep enough. Tigers send it back up the near side. And here they come. Burks back to defend. And Nafziger picked his pocket from behind there. He'll race up for it in the near corner in the Dragon zone. Skates it around the back of the Tigers net and off the far boards. Looking for Quartz. Quartz will tip it out to the neutral zone. And Ledbetter feeds it up for Cookie. Nope, sorry, Viviano. And then here comes Quartz again. Sends a shot. Save Tigers. 10:02 remaining in the second period. Getting towards the bottom half of this coffee here. Woo. Richardson sends one bouncing on net, and the Tigers netminder covers that one up. We'll try that again. Hill at center, Blevins and Richardson on the wing, Moldenauer and Burks on defense, and Hill for the face-off. Back to Richardson. Oh, Oh, sends one just wide and over to the far side. Blevins will hunt it down. Back to Richardson again. Sends a one-timer and over the top of the net. And over to Hill in the near corner. We're looking for Richardson again. Sends another shot high and over to the back wall. Blevins will hunt it down on the far side. Whoa. Oh. Burks slams it in deep again, and Blevins got a stick on it. And Tigers netminder will cover it up. 9:20 remaining in the second. Dragons up by 5. Cook at center, Ledbetter and Viviano on the wing. Nafziger and Moldenauer on defense. Nafziger from the blue line sends it in deep, and Cook will race it down. On the back wall, over to Viviano on the near boards. He'll turn it around and dangles around a player looking to feed it into the slot there. He'll slap that puck away from a Tiger in the near corner. Another centering feed. Uh-oh, nobody wants it. There it is. Nafziger will take it. Top of the face-off circle shot and glove save Tigers. 8:48 remaining in the second period. Cook for the face-off. Back to Burks at the blue line. Rockets one up the slot. And goal, Dragons! Easton Cook with the hat trick, baby! Woo! All right. Richardson at center, maybe? And Hill and Courts on the wings. Moldenauer and Burks on defense. Richardson for the face-off over to Courts. And he's going to carry it right in. Advances towards the net. Sends a shot on goal. Save Tigers back to Moldenauer at the blue line. And he'll rocket another one into some traffic in front of the net there. And the Tigers are going to bring it back. Richardson's at his heels, though. And he'll slap that puck away to Duncan Hill. Turns it around, sends it back into the neutral zone. That's probably going all the way down, and it does. 8:14 remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 6. Face off down in the Dragon zone. Richardson at center. Courts and Hill on the wing. Nafziger and Moldenauer on defense. Richardson for the face-off. Ooh, comes back up to some Tigers at the blue line. Moldenauer smells blood in the water, picks it up, skates it all the way down, backhands one in front of the net over to the near side in the Tiger zone, and Tigers pick it up. Nafziger advanced back in offside. 7:51 remaining in the second. Face off in the neutral zone. Viviano at center, Blevins and Cook on the wing, Nafziger and Burks on defense, Viviano for the face-off. And Cook swatted it into the Tiger zone. Tigers pick it back out, send it across the neutral zone. Ooh, Burks faked a guy out there, and he's going to sit looking for Cook on the near side, but he didn't quite get it there, and here comes Nafziger. All the way up the near side and down deep into the Tiger zone. Cuts in front and sends a shot. Oh, glove save or blocker save perhaps. And save Tigers. Over to Viviano on the near side here, and he'll peel it off the boards. Tigers slam it back in, and Burks sends one off some Tiger players back to Viviano on the near side, and he'll take it all the way down into the corner and then the back wall. Feeding it up to Cookie. Oh, save. And another save. Cookie had 2 shots there. Back over to Blevins. He's looking for some passes, and he found Cookie, and Burks Burks sends a shot off a Tiger skate there, and it'll go back over to the near corner, and Blevins turns it around. Sends a shot. Oh, got deflected wide by the netminder there. Save Tigers. We got another goal. Was that Cookie again? We're going to have to sit this kid for the rest of this game. That's not fair. Dragons up by 7, 6:37 remaining in the second period. Game's almost half over. Ledbetter at center, Courts and Hill on the wing. Moldenauer and Burks on defense, and Ledbetter for the face-off. Swats it across the neutral zone there, and the Tigers try to circle it back to Ledbetter. And he'll slam it through a Tiger over to the far side and try to race it down. Burks slams it up the far boards there and just can't get the puck into the zone. Over to Moldenauer, and he let it go between his feet there, but he's going to race it down into the Tiger zone with some speed. Left the puck behind there, and back to Courts. Back to Ledbetter at the blue line. Sends it off a skate, and Hill's racing it down on the back wall. And he'll try to swat it behind the net there. Back to Moldenauer on the near side again. Sends a shot. Bounces wide there, and puck's still loose. Tigers try to clear the zone, just can't get it there, and here comes Hill. Sends another shot, glove save, and puck still loose. He got another shot on the rebound, and this netminder's exhausted. 5, well, the clock's rolling, looks like. Clock rolls down past 5:15, and Richardson for the face-off over to Viviano. Oh, he lost his stick there, and he's trying to pick that up. Tigers can't clear their zone yet, and he'll slam it up the near side boards. Back to Nafziger, and he'll pass it up to Viviano. Nope, Richardson. Richardson sends a shot. It got tipped in. Ooh, Tigers netminder caught it in midair. Still in play, though, and Tigers try to swat it back up to the blue line. Nafziger sends a shot from the blue line, and it'll bounce wide there. Looks like blocker save, Tigers. Burks tries to race it down on the far boards. Oh, and he'll send it back in deep. Tigers race it down on the back wall, and Cook tried to hunt it down. Richardson sends it off the back wall, and Cook will pick it up again. Save, Tigers. And, oh, puck's still loose there. And Tigers netminder made that save too, it looked like. Back to Burks. Keeps it on that far board there and holds it in again. Looking for Viviano, wide open in the slot. Puck bounces over to Easton Cook. Oh, didn't have any heat on that one, and it bounced off the wall and back of the net. And over to Richardson. Sent it back to Nafziger at the blue line. He'll advance over to the far face-off circle and sends a shot. Save, Tigers. Loose puck. And we'll get a whistle here. 3:30. Clock rolls down to 3:30 remaining in the second period. And we'll have a face-off in the Tiger zone again. Hill at center, Ledbetter and Blevins on the wing, Moldenauer and Nafziger on defense, and Hill for the face-off. Over to Blevins, sorry, that got tipped in midair there and went wide of the net, and Duncan Hill trying to track it down on the back wall. Ooh, looking for Ledbetter in front. Goal, Dragons! Grayson Blevins' goal. 2:55-ish remaining in the second period. Dragons up by 8. Hill at center. Hill for the face-off over to Blevins, and Blevins muscles it through some traffic. Oh, went in offside there. Offside waved off. Back to Ledbetter. He'll advance it up. Gets it to Hill in front there. Wide open. Ooh, Blevins bounced it off the side of the net, and he'll try to chase it down in the far corner there. Nafziger sends a shot. Uh-oh. And back to Nafziger in the neutral zone. Back to Nafziger in the neutral zone again. He'll pick it up inside the blue line in the neutral zone, races it up the far boards. And, oh, let it go right there in the net. Puck's still loose. And Ledbetter. Oh, save Tigers. That was Hill, maybe. I can't tell. Levens back to the far boards, and Nafziger will race it down. Whoa, what happened? And puck comes over to the near side. Moldenauer is battling for it at the blue line, and he holds it in. Back over to Ledbetter. Oh. And Hill comes over to help. Nafziger shoves it in all the way to the back wall there. And Ledbetter's still racing it down. Puck comes over to the near side, and Court's back to Moldenauer at the blue line. Oh, no heat on that one. Kept it in, though, and back to the center ice. Nafziger picks it up. Left it in the corner there for Ledbetter, and he's going to take it in up the far side with two Tigers on him. And Courts races back to the back wall. Comes out with the puck. Back to Richardson at the faceoff circle. Glove save, Tigers. Clock rolls down to 28 seconds remaining in the second period. Oh, the light's green now. I don't know if that means you're actually able to see this yet or not, but it was red earlier. I don't know. Of course, for the face-off. And back to Viviano on the near side. Has it feeded up in front of the net there, and Tigers send it back to the near side again. And that's going to do it for the second period of play, folks. Dragons up by 8 after 2 periods. All right, let's go Dragons. Final period in regulation for the playoff round of the Capital City Freeze Tournament starts right now, facing the other direction. And we're going to have Courts at center, Richardson and Viviano on the wings, Moldenauer and Burks on defense. This is Pekin Dragons 10UAA hockey. And Courts for the face-off, swats it over to Viviano, and Viviano dumps it into the Tiger zone up the near side there. Puck stays in the zone. No, it doesn't. Squirts back out to the neutral zone, and Tigers are off to the races. All the Dragons are back to defend, and here comes Viviano up the near side, back into the Tiger zone. Advance. Oh, I thought he had it peeled off the wall there, but I guess not. And puck squirts out to... Oh, look out! And Moldenauer picks it up in the neutral zone. Puck goes all the way down to the back wall in the Dragons zone. Burksel will get there first, picks it up behind the Dragons net. And off the far boards there, Richardson almost had it there. And Burks gets in the way, drives him to the far corner, back to Richardson. He'll send it out to the neutral zone, and Courts is off to the races. Out in front. Goal, no goal, and save Tigers back over to the, okay, he'll send it back out down to Moldenauer in the Dragon zone. He'll pick it up and turn it around with some speed. Races back across the neutral zone and chases it down in the Tiger zone. Backhand feed, looking for somebody in front of the net. Richardson will chase it down in the far corner. And Tigers chop it up the far boards back to Burks, and he'll send one towards the net. Viviano's going to race it down on the near side. Back to Moldenauer, sends a shot. And look like Tigers stick that one down out of midair. And, Richardson left the puck on the center line there. Moldenauer pick it up, skate it over to the near side. And down into the Tigers zone. Puck bounces off the back wall. Tigers pick it up, send it over the far boards. Burks comes in after it, tries to get it. Oh! Had a beautiful feed to Courts right in front of the net there and went wide. Back to Duncan Hill. Oh, Cookie almost had another shot there. He did have a shot. Saved Tigers, and back to Burks. Save Tigers. This Tigers goaltender here is working his butt off, ladies and gentlemen. Clock rolls down to 9:20 remaining in the third period of regulation play here in the fourth game of the Capital City Freeze. Face-off in the Tiger zone. Easton Cook at center for the face-off. Gets it over to Duncan Hill, and puck goes back to the back wall. Over to the far side. Blevins back to Burks, and Tigers try to enter, get it out of the zone, but here comes Nafziger. Shot. Oh, almost got deflected in, but it didn't. Over to, and Tigers dump it out. Nafziger's going to race back for it. He'll pick it up with some speed in the Dragon zone, sends it off the near side boards. Ooh, Tigers held it in. Nafziger comes in after it. Can't get a stick on it there. And back to Hill on the near side. I don't know what everyone's hollering at right now. Evans on the far side carries it into the Tiger zone right up the slot. Sends a shot wide and over to Duncan Hill. Tried to get another one there. And back to Blevins. Back to Blevins again. Back to Burks. Oh. And puck's still loose there in the Tiger zone. Back to Cook. Sends another shot wide into the back wall. And Cook races back for it. Sends it across the back wall looking for Blevins, and he finds it. Blevins brings it back over to the near side. Fed it back to Cook. And Cook sent a bouncer. Glove save. Tigers netminder. Clock rolls down to 7:35 remaining in regulation. Face off in the Tiger zone. Ledbetter at center. Viviano and Richardson on the wing. Ledbetter's battling for it on the face-off dot. Viviano came in to help, and Tigers come out with it on the near side. Nafziger races back to try to hold it in. Can't quite do that, though, but they're still battling it up the near side boards. And Nafziger skates it out with some speed back into the Tiger zone up the far side. Stops, looking for a pass to Viviano. Gets it. And Richardson sends it back over to the far side. Tigers clear the zone. Back to Richardson in the neutral zone. And Tigers enter the Dragon zone. Richardson battles over to the far boards there and sends it back out to the neutral zone. Offside Tigers. Clock rolls down to 6:25 remaining in regulation. Face off in the neutral zone. Hill at center, Blevins and Courts on the wing. Burks and Moldenauer on defense from the face-off. Blevins over to Courts there. We'll try to drag it in, but we're offside. 6 minutes. Well, we're under 6 minutes. 5:55-ish remaining on the regulation clock as it continues to roll, and Duncan Hill at center. Hill for the face-off. Over to Burks. Oh, tried to slam it in. Here come the Tigers. And Blevins will send it over to the near side. Moldenauer will race it down. Up the near side there, and he'll dump it into the Tigers zone. Tigers dump it back out, and here comes Burks. Sends it in offside. Clock rolls down to 5:25. 5:20-ish remaining in regulation. Face off in the neutral zone over on the far dot on the Tiger ear side of the neutral zone. Hill for the face-off. Ooh, Tigers advance through some Dragons traffic there, and Blevins tries to battle it up the far boards. It advances into the Tigers zone. Backhand and save, Tigers. Clock rolls down to 4:45-ish remaining in regulation. Richardson at center, Viviano and Cook on the wings, Knapziger and Moldenauer on defense. Richardson for the faceoff, back to Easton Cook, sends a shot and goal! Easton Cook goal. Clock rolls down to 4:20 left in regulation. Face off in the neutral zone. I think that's 4 for Cookie now, right? 5 for Cookie. Holy Nelly. This kid's on fire. Same lineup, I think. Richardson for the face-off. We'll battle it over to Knapziger on the far side, and he'll skate around everybody. Enters into the Tiger zone, advances towards the net. Oh, got deflected behind the Tigers net. Over to Richardson on the far side. Back to Viviano. Lost the puck in his skates there, but puck comes back to Moldenauer at the blue line. Sends another shot. Save, Tigers. Puck bounced back to the back wall. Viviano over to Richardson on the far side. Oh, backhanded off the face mask of a Tiger player there, and Moldenauer launches it back into the zone. Moldenauer holds it in again and again, and over to the near side boards this time. Richardson will send it in deep to the back wall. Back to Easton Cook in the far corner. And back to Knapziger at the blue line there. Paddles it over to Richardson, and he'll send it towards the net there. Viviano, almost had a shot just wide of the net. I think it went off the side of the post there. Back to Easton Cook. Back to Viviano. Back to Cook. Another shot on goal and save, Tigers. Clock rolls down to 2:35-ish remaining in regulation. Big stretch. Ledbetter at center, Blevins and Hill on the wing, Moldenauer and Burks on defense. Ledbetter for the faceoff. And it comes over to Duncan Hill. He'll chop it through some traffic, tracks it down on the back wall, and Tigers almost bounced it into their own net there. That would have been unfortunate. Moldenauer shot from the blue line goes wide, and Blevins tries to chase it down in the near corner. Back to Moldenauer at the blue line. Send a shot off of a Tiger player there. He's off to the races, and Moldenauer is going to race back to defend. Burks goes with him. Shot through the crease and over to the near corner. And Hill busts it back out across the neutral zone up the near side, and he's still out in front. Sends a backhander into the glove of the Tigers netminder as the clock rolls down to 1:15-ish remaining in regulation. Another face-off in the Tiger zone. Courts for the face-off over to Richardson. Just wide and back to the back wall. Tigers collect it behind their net. Richardson in hot pursuit, picks the puck up there, intercepted a pass, and Viviano's racing after it. Back to Richardson again. Richardson. Ooh, through the crease there. Courts will find it in the near corner. Try to get it back to Viviano. Here come the Tigers. They'll race it back out up the near side. Knapsiger back to defend. Strips the puck, and Burks picks it up. Back to Richardson. Off the near side and back down. Courts is in. Ooh. Courts was in a race for it. He just couldn't get it on his stick in time. And Dragons dump it in deep. All the way to the back wall. Tigers pick it up. Back to Courts. Bounce it off the side of the net. 5 seconds left in regulation. And we got a whistle. Nope, that's it. Addie Johnson gets a shutout in Game 4 of the Capital City Freeze Tournament. That gets the Dragons 7 points. And I believe we're coming to the championship round tomorrow. Dragons win by a score of 9-0, and they'll line up at center ice for the celebratory fist bump with the Tigers here on a game well played. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, unless something changes, at 12:45 p.m. for championship hockey. Let's go Dragons! 33's Daddy signing off.